Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Jewhawk Talk. I'm your host, Ariella, and together we are going to talk about what it is like to be Jewish on a college campus, especially what it is like to be Jewish at the University of Kansas. So today we are going to be talking with the original Jewhawk, Minna Teftel, who will share her stories of growing up surrounded by Chabad on campus. So welcome, Minna.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, so why don't you just share a bit about yourself?
So I'm 20 years old, and I grew up in Lawrence, Kansas. I moved when I was just 6 weeks old. Yeah, 6 weeks. It's kind of my life right now. I'm doing a year of higher Judaic studies in Brooklyn, New York, and I really enjoy it. So thank God.
That is awesome. So many of the current students here, including myself, refer to Chabad as a home away from home. So what was it like growing up surrounded by college students who were almost like a part of your family?
It was definitely so much fun. Like, I could think back, and we have so many students who I literally feel like they're my brothers and sisters. One time me and my dad went to a wedding. One of them, I was like, I feel like I'm at my brother's wedding, which I'm so grateful for the way I grew up. I think it's the best way to give your kids self-confidence, firm values and beliefs. And I think the biggest thing is that we knew our life wasn't about us. It was about like something higher than us and others. And my parents moved down with a mission to like be there for the Jews of KU. And we had that same mission along with my parents. And from when I was just a little girl, like every day it was implemented into our routine. Oh, what class is tonight? Like sometimes my mom or dad like would take turns being there for bedtime because they were also there for the students. But there was such a sense of purpose of like, I'm here for a reason, which I'm like incredibly grateful for.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Were there any moments where it was hard having to share your parents and your family with so many students?
Yeah, it was hard at times, especially because it felt like I was a little bit different than everyone growing up as a religious Jew in Lawrence, Kansas. So it could be a little lonely, a little isolating, but it was so worth it because, it came with this sense of purpose of I'm here for a reason, and we're making a difference here. So yeah, it was hard, but like I think all good things are hard.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Were there any like stories that stood out to you that can stand out to you now from your years of being a part of Chabad on campus?
Nothing specific like stands out to me, but I think it's just about the little interactions or the kosher dinners or the Shabbat meals or like even being so inspired by students who are going so out of their way to be proud to be Jewish with so much anti-Semitism or do a mitzvah when it's like no one around them is doing that. And growing up or even now living in Brooklyn where I'm surrounded by Jews, it's like, wow, they have so much strength. Like I can learn from them to have the same strength in my own life. So it's a lot of inspiration.
So Minna, you grew up in Lawrence, Kansas, and now you live in Crown Heights, New York. And I imagine those two are very different environments. So what was that transition like moving?
It was quite different. I actually left home pretty young for high school in order to get a higher Jewish education. And it was a lot. I missed Kansas a lot. I love the nature, I love the people, and it was home to me. But it was definitely a lot of advantages of being in a Orthodox community where you have the support system necessary. Not necessary because we do without it here, but we create it, I guess. But to like live with that lifestyle. But what is really cool is that the perspective that my parents taught me is that life is about giving to others. It's about like Hashem, God placed me here in this place, and what can I do here to make this place better? So whether I'm in New York, whether I'm in Kansas, whether it's any of the other places that I've been or will be, it's about making a difference. It's about giving to others, and it's about really like bringing God into this world because that's why he placed us here. So that's something that I feel like growing up in Kansas has given me that will I'll take with me wherever I go.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know you visit back to Lawrence, Kansas. I mean, you're doing that right now. Yeah. Like you visit sometimes. So is it different when you're visiting than when you were growing up? Or what is that like?
It's kind of cool because now I'm like the same age as the students. When I grew up, the students were always so much bigger than me, and I always looked up to them so much. They were like my big siblings. It's definitely funny being the same age, but it's also cool because like I see how I'm kind of in the similar stage, but so different. So you get to kind of like relate on that.
Yeah, well, I know we all love seeing you every time
And
you
I love
visit.
coming
it's
home.
really a highlight.
It's also amazing watching this place really with the building, but also
Mm-hmm.
just with time and with the students really blossom and the good energy that I feel when I come here. It's like, why do I ever leave? It's just so fun. So I'm really grateful to God for making that happen, and you guys.
All right, so, well, I'm a first-year student, so I haven't
Right.
been able to fully see what the old Chabad house looked like, but I imagine that's a pretty different experience visiting here than it is seeing the old Chabad house or the transition stage where it was basically in your parents' house.
Yeah, that was fun. It's really, really different, and it's a miracle. Like, when I walked in for the first time, my father showed me the construction site because I was away, like, abroad last year in Israel. So when I came home, he showed me, and I was like, am I in a dream? Like, this is crazy. It's a huge blessing because honestly, there's no logical way for this to make sense. My parents came down to Lawrence, Kansas with like nothing. They built this up thanks to God, thanks to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who we are sent on behalf of, and it's just incredible to see.
Yeah, I mean, building this whole building in a year, like,
I've
I've never heard of anything getting
like
put
when
up
you're
that
on
fast.
God's team, like
Yeah,
there's
he's on your side.
Yeah, there's no way other.
So, speaking of inspiration, in this week's Torah portion, Yitro, Hashem gave us the Torah, and at Mount Sinai, everyone received the Torah together. Men, women, children, everyone. Because the Torah isn't just for scholars and leaders, it's for everyone, and I like to think about our KU Chabad community the same way. So no matter how religious you are or what your background is, everyone has a place at Chabad. That is why we will be sharing so many stories from our Jewhawk community every episode, with all unique stories that come from very different walks of life. So Minna, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just super grateful for the way that I grew up and for everyone who made that happen and who continues to make that happen. And rock chalk.
It's Rock Chalk, and we'll see you next episode.